How's it going, gamers? It's Chongo here, and today I've got a video for you guys. I'm going to be taking a look at the Halo 5 beta. So let's get into it. So it took me a while to get used to the control scheme at first. It seems so different from other FPSs that I've played, like COD, and it didn't even really seem to feel like Halo for me, although I've only really played Halo 3 and Reach, so maybe that could have been my problem. But yeah, I haven't really played any other Halo games other than those two. I've picked up the Master Chief Collection, I'm having a bit of fun with that, but so far I do like what I'm seeing in Halo 5. I really like the new mechanics. I like how they've speeded up the gameplay, because I sort of felt when I went back and played like the Master Chief Collection and played some of the, like Halo 2 and that, they seemed kind of slow, which I know some people think that's, a staple of the Halo series, but I just feel like with all these other FPSs evolving and trying to change and make new things, and having a game that runs really, really slow doesn't really work for if you want to try and sell this to a broader audience, and people may say, oh no, why do that? It's like, what happened with Halo 4, they weren't going to sell enough copies unless they were going to try and make this game at least slightly appealing to people who haven't played any Halos before. So with that being said, even though the gameplay has been sped up, it still takes a bit of time to kill someone or to die, so it doesn't have that COD problem where you can just die instantly, and you can't really, in Halo you're able to make a mistake and sort of, rectify that, whereas in COD, if you made a mistake, you're dead. So I really like how they've sped it up, but it's still not COD, and I know people like to draw conclusions between those two games, but it is not COD. There is many aspects of Halo that have stayed the same, and I think one of the biggest ones is, taking longer to kill someone as well as longer to die. So I'm also liking the smaller maps, and I've noticed with Halo 3 the maps used to be a lot bigger, and they weren't really symmetrical all the time, whereas in this, for the two maps that I've played so far, they seem very symmetrical, and they have their, exact sides. This is red side, this is blue side, and it's 4v4, which I seem to like as well, because, for a smaller map, you obviously don't want too many people, because it could get a bit crowded, and I think 4v4 works well. You can also see they've made this game with competitive highly in mind, with things at the bottom of the screen that say which part of the map you're in, so it'd say like red 2 or something, and then red sneaky, red window, that kind of stuff, and someone's gone to a lot of effort to make all these callouts for a game, and it's insane to see that, because COD's really competitive, but even they don't do that. So to see Halo try and do this obviously means they want, competitive to pick up on this game, and I think it will, because of the way that they've made it, smaller maps, more symmetrical, 4v4, have these callouts already built into the game. I feel like it's going to be, a game that's going to get quite competitive. I also feel that the booster pack is good, but you don't need to use it as much as the exo movement in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and that's what some people thought the game would be. But it seems like besides, sprint, which is there, you don't really need to use the booster pack too much. I mean, you can, but it's hardly a necessity. So currently I don't have any real problems with the game. Flinching when you get shot is a bit annoying, but they've said on Twitter that that's going to be taken out, so that's all fine. I do think kill cams are a little bit pointless and unneeded, since you pretty much always know how you die. I mean, there's like 1 out of 10 times where you might not, and even then you don't really care, you just want to get back into the action. So it seems a little bit, that was unnecessary in my opinion, so I'm not sure if they're going to leave that in there, or maybe they'll put an option to take it out if you want it. Other than that, I think everything is good. The game really feels quite polished for a beta. The only issue I have had is it sometimes takes a little bit too long to find a match, or it kicks you out when searching for no reason, but this is a beta, so that's obviously expected, and hopefully this will be fixed up, and I think that's the whole reason they're doing this a whole year early. But with that being said, this beta currently works better than the Master Chief Collection does, which is quite interesting considering that game's already out and this game's only in its beta stages, but it does feel quite polished, and it does seem like they want to take as much feedback from this beta as possible, so they want to iron out the bugs, as well as get feedback on what's in the game. So if you do have any issues with what's in the game, I'd advise going to the forums and basically talking about it, so that way that they can get your feedback, they can find out, what's wrong and what people don't like and what people do like. But so far what I've seen, most people are reacting quite positively to the beta. I thought there would have been a bit more backlash about the things that they've added in, but it seems like most people are liking what they're doing. So it's good to see a developer choose to release a beta like this and take feedback on to make obviously a better game. And it doesn't feel like a Battlefield Hardline beta where it was sort of like, here's your experience before the game and we're going to release it in a couple of months. This is more like they want to know what's wrong with the game, what you don't like in the game, what you want to see improvements, give that to them, and they'll go and work on it, and in a year's time they'll have a finished product. So anyway, this is just my thoughts on the Halo 5 beta so far. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, and if you've got any comments on Halo 5 beta or the Master Chief Collection or anything like that, leave them down below, and if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe. Thanks for watching.